Dublin Bay on a calm and hazy morning. Every evening at 6 p.m, the Sealing ferry arrives at Dunleera Harbour, bringing passengers to Ireland on its main route from Holyhead in Wales. Every Tuesday and Thursday, the Laura Ashley lorry takes this route with driver Willie Williams at the wheel. He has travelled a few hundred miles from the very heart of the Welsh countryside, from Powys in mid-Wales, where the Laura Ashley product division is based. His twice-weekly trip has a dual purpose: to bring deliveries of finished garments to the Dublin shop and to deliver the pre-cut lays of fabric to the factory to be manufactured into Laura Ashley garments. Every day, drivers like Willie head off from the Welsh warehouses across England and Wales over to Ireland, to Scotland and to the continent. When Willie turns towards home tomorrow evening, his lorry will be loaded with completed Laura Ashley garments to be stored in the huge warehouses in Wales, ready for worldwide distribution to the Laura Ashley shops. Quickly cleared through customs, Willie now has a 7-mile journey along the coast from Dunleera to Dublin City. It's a modern city with an ancient facade. Everywhere the mark of the Georgian architects can be witnessed, particularly in the former Parliament buildings, now the gracious halls of the Bank of Ireland, and in world-famous Trinity College. The Shelbourne Hotel, one of the oldest and finest hotels in Ireland, is passed by Willie en route. It remains a bastion of old-world Victorian elegance in the very centre of this energetic and vital capital. Overlooking the inner city, perched high on a ridge, is Christchurch Cathedral. Here, worship has been offered continuously since 1038 AD. The traffic may go bustling by its ancient doors, but the history of this city cannot go unheeded. Ancient traditions, too, are well respected here. Who could visit Dublin and leave the smooth, creamy taste of Guinness unsampled at its home in St. James's Gate? Since 1759, a pint of plain has been the call to many a barman, many a Dublin pub. On the outskirts of the city is Ballyfermot. Willie has arrived at his first destination, the Dublin Laura Ashley factory. This is an industrial area with most manufacturing industries represented. Laura Ashley is well known in the area as a major employer of quality machinists. Dave Smith, plant manager, greets Willie as he arrives with his consignment.
Thanks very much. Okay. See you later. Yeah.
The staff are ready to help unload, and the delivery is underway. Back inside, Edward Condon and Dave Smith keep an eye on production. There are 175 people employed here. Most live within a radius of 5 miles of the plant, so there's a good community spirit. At present, there are 100 machinists in the Dublin factory. They are at various stages of proficiency, from the most highly experienced to the new trainee, whose ability will be carefully cultivated by a training instructress.
Put one right on top of the other and just ease in the top slightly. Okay, so just try that for me. That's fine, yeah.
Donald Murray from Industrial Training Authority monitors the progress of Laura Ashley training under the ANCO scheme with Jacinta Groom.
Is she progressing as well as you expected when you took her in?
Well, she is. I'm not surprised she's doing well because she was a good B+ on her trainability test. So I'm not surprised that she's doing as well as she is.
And do you give all your trainees coming in a trainability test?
I do, yes.
And what grades do you look for?
Well, A's if at all possible, but they're few and far between. Normally we would settle for a B+.
Right. And then the training program itself, I see you have the records here.
From trainee machinist to control, the high profile of Laura Ashley is vigorously maintained in the Dublin factory. In Laura Ashley factories, standards are high. Each machinist must ultimately become an expert in his or her field. The standards of the company demand it. Through a dedicated program of staff development throughout the group, machinists, examiners, pressers and quality controllers continue to maintain and uplift the image of Laura Ashley. These are the real professionals. Dublin is playing its part in the ongoing success story that is Laura Ashley. The Dublin shop, situated in the prime shopping area of Dawson Street, has been in operation since 1970. Its large, spacious display areas make it one of the best retail showrooms in the city. Like the Dublin factory, the staff in the shop are young and energetic. Trade is busy, but the excellent customer service is consistently maintained in keeping with the Laura Ashley ethic. Willie unloads the delivery for the shop, helped by staff members Susan Grimley and Suzanne Caldwell. The circle is almost complete. Edward Condon, General Manager of Ireland, has some comments.
We're very proud of the Irish operation. The workforce, generally speaking, are very good. The average age group is 19 years. They're fresh and energetic. I love to hear the buzz that's in the factory. The staff, generally speaking, seem to love working for Laura Ashley. At the moment, there is a national campaign going on in this country called We Are the Young Europeans. It's based on two things. Firstly, the fact that the majority of the population are under 25 years of age. That's an incredibly young country in that respect. And secondly, the fact that we are part of the whole Europe, if not geographically, at least we are in spirit. Actually, in some ways, that is a bit like the present standing within the Laura Ashley Group. As we develop what we have already established here in Dublin and hopefully grow and extend our interests in this country, we will become more and more an integral part of the Laura Ashley Group. A recent survey taken in this country showed that the Irish were in fact the best educated in Europe. Another part of the promotion showed a photograph of some young graduates leaving Trinity College. The caption it had was, "Hire us before we hire you." There is so much untapped potential in Ireland. It's only now that the Irish people are beginning to put themselves forward. They're beginning to show an aggression to show off their talents, the abilities that have never been shown off before. In fact, the sleepy-headed image of rural Ireland has almost totally faded away. Ireland is beginning to make its mark on the European industries. The Laura Ashley Company in Dublin is just a part of these ongoing efforts.
The close community spirit has developed into a social club among the staff of the factory. Teamwork on the field leads to teamwork in the factory. These people are the real winners. Management, too, are not afraid to get involved in the social side of things. Every week, Edward and Dave battle it out with some of our more agile staff members. And it's somehow comforting to see that the Welsh badminton champion takes the odd tumble, too. It's the combination of team spirit and dedication that keeps Laura Ashley ahead. The IDA, the Industrial Development Authority, is the state board which encourages top-class companies to set up in Ireland. Paul Toll, IDA, speaks of the role Laura Ashley plays in Ireland.
We in the IDA are continually reassessing our projects for the future. In other words, the project we're looking for. In one aspect, we're looking at the companies we already have here with potential for growth. And we also look at the companies from overseas that we particularly want to attract. In both cases, we're concerned that the company has the ability to grow in the future and to maintain its strength as it has at the present time. In the clothing industry, the criteria that we really look for is the ability to manufacture efficiently, design for the future, and keep in touch with the marketplace. In the case of Laura Ashley, we have both, in the sense that we have a manufacturing operation already established here that meets all these criteria. It's clearly looking to the future, and we're more than anxious to see it expanding in the future. Equally, the UK-based operation is a source for additional investment for the future.
Laura Ashley is one of the 850 companies which the IDA has attracted to set up in Ireland. Whilst having computer links with Wales, we also have maintained a standalone data processing department. Maria Kerr puts through the last of the figures for the day. Willie Williams turns his truck towards home. His day in Dublin is almost complete, but production for the next delivery has already begun. These are the faces of Laura Ashley Ireland. Proud to be Irish, proud of their work, proud to be part of the success story that is Laura Ashley.